Welcome to Selenium automation session where we are going to discuss click operation on a particular web element. Click operation is one of the most popular action that we perform while automating or creating an automation script. There are many ways we can click a particular web element. Here we are going to discuss two most important ways to click a button. The first one is the click method of web element interface, and second one is execute a script method of JavaScript executor interface. So click method of web element interface looks like return type of this particular method is void, and while calling it we don't require to pass any arguments. To use this method, there are preconditions. One is that element must be visible. So very simple. If the element is not visible, click operation will not work. And the second precondition to perform a click operation on a web element is that the height and width should be greater than 0. Next technique to perform a click on a particular web element is using execute a script. Execute a script syntax is something like this. The return type is Java object, and it requires two arguments. The first one is a JavaScript, and second one is the arguments, actually the values that will be required by the first argument, that is the JavaScript. It may be possible we don't require the arguments. The script is self-sufficient to perform the operation. So how to perform a click operation using click method of web element interface, we are going to see through one example over here. We have created a testng method where we are trying to open a particular web page. So the web page is one HTML page that I have created myself. So we don't have to depend on a third-party website to see this click operation work. So HTML. So this button click HTML, what it contains a button, right? The ID of this button is Q, and a little bit action handling over here. So if someone click on this particular button, I'm calling a function. Its name is my function, right? And the label of this button is click. Okay, so initially when this page appears in browser, you will see a button and the label is click. Okay, and once someone click on this particular button, either manually or using the Selenium script, what is going to happen, this method gets called, where what I'm doing over here, document.get element by ID. So I'm taking this ID and changing the label of this button to clicked. Okay, so in short, if I perform a click on this particular button, the label gets changed from click to clicked. The same thing I can do using a script and as well as manually. So to make it more clear, let's open this particular HTML and do this operation manually. So you can see this HTML page is appearing in a browser now, and I can see there is a button. The label is click. Let me click on this particular button. Okay, once this click, the label will get changed to clicked. Correct. So the same operation I'm going to perform using click method in a test. So what I'm doing here in this particular test, I'm just getting a Chrome driver, and then I'm trying to open the same HTML page we saw. And as we know, to find the element in Selenium, we need to perform this driver or find element by ID. As we know, the button is having an ID attached, so I'm finding it by ID. So we will get that particular button. Now using that particular button, I can call the method called click. Okay. So once that button gets clicked, the label will change from click to clicked. So the same label, we are going to verify whether the label is changed from click to clicked. Okay, so once clicked, I'm getting the text. So obviously after click, that text will be clicked, and my expected value is clicked. So obviously both will match, and the test is going to pass. So let's see how it works. So we'll try to run this and see. So now it's going to open browser. So the button is clicked, right, and test is passed. Now the same activity I'm going to perform using JavaScript. So here the same test we are going to rewrite. The same HTML page we are going to open through our script, and the same web element we are going to find out. So once the element is found out on the particular page, I want to write a JavaScript, okay, and perform the click on that particular button. So here, as we know, driver needs to be typecasted into JavaScript executor interface, and then I'm calling the method execute a script. And by syntax, we can have an argument to this particular method. The first argument is the JavaScript, and the second is the value that is required to this JavaScript. So what is the value required? This web elements. So what we are saying over here in the script, arguments 0. Argument 0 means that this is the argument 0. Okay. If we have more than one web element, I can pass, let's say E2, let's say E3, and so on and so on. So in that case, it will change from argument 0 to arguments 1 to argument 2 and so on. So here we have only one argument. That's why the index is starting with 0. So argument 0 will be replaced at runtime with this particular elements, and it will become something like element.click, and the operation will be performed on that particular button. And thereafter I'm just waiting for a second to see the label changed and doing the same comparison. So we are expecting the test should pass, just like the above script. So let's see. Right. So the same operation is performed but using JavaScript, and that JavaScript also requires one argument that we passed as a second parameter to this particular method. Now there is one more variety of this where we don't need to pass the arguments to the JavaScript. So here what we are going to do is going to open the same page, HTML page, having a JavaScript executor reference, then calling this execute script method. So very important, here what we are going to do is I'm not saying arguments of 0. Why? Because I'm not passing any arguments in this particular method call. Okay, so what we are going to say over here, document.get element by id. This is the API provided by JavaScript itself. Okay, so in JavaScript we can directly find an element by id. So here what we are saying, document.get element by id, and the id was q, and then performing the click operation. So this script does not require any arguments because it has everything, right? So the click operation will be performed. Now once the click is performed, we don't have that button so that I can get its text and compare with our expected value. So how to achieve this? So as you know, like in JavaScript method, we can pass more than one script. So here you can say double quote starting and then semicolon, means this is the first statement of this JavaScript. Okay, and the second statement is return document.get element by id. What is the id? Q. So what we are doing over here in the second statement, uh, we are again finding this element and returning it. Okay, so as we know, execute a script returns the return type is object, so obviously we can return a web element, right? So here we are typecasting it and storing this button in a web element interface reference variable. Okay, web element reference variable. Now as we know, like we are able to perform click operation as well as we have the reference of that particular button in this particular reference variable. So I can use this reference variable and get the text and comparing with the expected one. So in this case also, we are going to have the pass results. Okay, the click operation is successful and the comparison of the text after clicked is matched. So let's see how it works. That's fine. So in short, we can perform click operation on any web element. First thing, using the click method provided by web element interface and execute a script method of JavaScript executor interface. There are two varieties. One is if I have the references, okay, on which we are going to perform the operation, I can pass those references as an arguments to the execute a script. Okay, or if we don't have, but I know the uh, ID or name of that particular button or web element, I can directly use the document dot get element by ID. Okay, that way we can find that element on the fly and perform the operation on that. If we have the element in advance, we can pass it as a second argument to this particular method. Okay, and use arguments 0 if we have only one argument over here, and if we have more than one, we accordingly we can change the index. So in this way we can perform click operations. So this was all about this frequently used operations that we have in Selenium automation. Thank you very much.